Again with the lies. No, my grandmother did not get me a lawyer. I did not have a lawyer in the murder trial. I was not on trial and therefore did not need a lawyer. I didn't get a lawyer to have them take my story or anything like that. I went to the police when I got away from him. I went to the police myself and told them what happened. I was not arrested because I didn't do anything. They took my computer the night that I turned him in because he had used it and they needed anything that might have been relevant. My computer turned out not to be relevant and they actually accidentally destroyed it, but that wasn't my fault, nor was it anything that anybody paid for. I did not have a lawyer. I have tried to explain to you people multiple times, not everything about a case goes to trial. And the Ahmaud Arbery case right now is actually a perfect example of that. You know that they're saying that Ahmaud Arbery, the man who was chased down by 3 men in pickup trucks with guns and murdered in the street, unarmed, running, right? That man is not allowed to be called a victim in his trial. In the trial for his death, in the trial for the death of a man who was chased down and murdered in the street by men who filmed themselves doing it, they're not allowed to call Ahmaud Arbery a victim. That is the perfect example of the fact that not everything that goes to trial is accurate or is fair or is everything that needs to be known. The man who murdered Roberta Laws held me captive until I escaped him and went to the police. That didn't go to trial because it was a different case. Everything he did to me was separated from what he did to her. That's why you're not finding any of that in the court documents. It doesn't mean it didn't happen. Just like them not being able to call Ahmaud a victim doesn't mean he's not a victim. It just means that the courts have made a deal that there are certain things that will be talked about and there are certain things that will not. In my case, everything about me was taken out. I was not on trial. I was not the one before the judge. I was not the one that was going to go to jail. You are lying. And you think you're smart. You think that you know everything because you saw the court documents. He gave me a fake name. Is that in the court documents? Tell me, you people that have gone through the transcripts so many times, is it in there that when we met, Kenneth McBride told me that his name was Brian? He gave me a different age. He gave me a different everything. I didn't know who I was actually seeing until I couldn't get out of that house. And then one day I found an ID that was his and had his real name on it. That's how I found out what his real name was. Is that in the court records? Are y'all aware of that? No, probably not. What about the fact that he was already a sexual predator for something that he had done to a small child? Is that, y'all are ignoring that too when you say that I did everything, that everything was me. This man created a fake identity to meet me off of Craigslist, where I had posted an ad looking for a long-term relationship, being very honest about my mental health conditions. He created a fake identity, already had a fiance that he was planning to kill because she was pregnant and had cerebral palsy, and he did not want the baby. He didn't want to be with her anymore. That's why he was creating alternate identities and trying to find other women he could replace her with. That didn't go to trial because that would have been concerning me. And they couldn't say anything about me at the trial because it was not my trial. It was not about me in any way. It was about him and the woman that he murdered, Roberta Laws. I was never arrested. I did not have a lawyer. I did not get the prosecution to do something because I told them this. I went to the police on my own. I went to the police. That's why they got my story before his, because I went to the police. If they had taken his story first, it probably would have delved a lot deeper into the conspiracy of why he created a fully different identity to meet somebody online to bring into his house. He had me living in his house without Roberta there. Like, he put her in a hotel and moved me into his home to make me believe that he was single and that he was with me. He went to extreme lengths to hide his relationship from me. How is it my fault that he did these things? It's not. I did not have a lawyer. I did not go to trial. It was not about me. You people need to stop lying. That's what you're doing. You're lying because you want everybody to hate me. You want people to believe that I'm something that I'm not. You've taken a victim and you've demonized that victim because it makes you mad that somebody could be a victim.